the exercise in humility, which is writing. You just basically trash yourself for a year while you try to write a record. At least that's what I do. Toronto's a great place to do that. It's part of the Canadian ethos to constantly cut yourself down, and if you don't do it, the entire country will do it for you. So for me, it's like that aspect of the sort of soul searching and the honesty that's in the lyrics for me is very much from the Toronto factor. But when we came to New York to work at Electric Lady, that's when it was like, okay, we've had a great time hanging out in our own studio in Toronto. It's been really fun, probably too fun. Are you making a great record, or did you guys just hang around? And to me, it's when we came to New York and went to that studio that we started to, like, I don't know, that's when the sound really came together in a way, and that's when just knowing that you have to push yourself almost into the future to be the best possible version of yourself you can, because you have to live then whatever you created for the next couple years minimum, you know, and ideally for the rest of your life. So New York was the, like, kick your ass part.
Yeah, we needed our asses kicked.
Yeah.
As you do in every part of the artistic process.
True. Was our first show in New York opening for someone at Bowery, or we did a bunch of shows at, there used to be a venue under Time Cafe, which is now also something else, the corner of Lafayette and Great Jones. That was called Fez.
Yeah, that's actually how we met Jules.
I think that was the first show, is we met him at that, and then after that show, we went to the Unitard thing at Black Betty's, and Jules was there, and we were really discouraged. That's right. We were discouraged about our show because poor Jimmy was like playing the drums and playing all the instruments and doing everything, and he was just like, this is ridiculous. Like, we need a drummer. And
so Jules comes up to me at the bar at Black Betty's and says, hey, I really love your band. You guys are fantastic. And
we're like, really?
I have all your demos, and you know, a friend of mine knows one of your roommates, and I listen to your stuff all the time. And in the most sarcastic tone I could possibly muster up, I said, great, if we're so awesome, why don't you just join the band? And he said, I'd love to, that'd be great. I said, what do you play? He said, I play drums. You're hired. You're done.
But then wasn't it like Richie or somebody who, like,
Rich.
who, because we didn't even know, we're just like, great, let's get started. And he said, you realize you just got like the best drummer in New York. You realize how good this guy is? We're like, no, we had no idea. And then what a machine, great musician.
I don't know that there's a fond reminiscence or anything like that.
It's more like, to me, it's like, I look at it and I think it's kind of amazing.
I love the story.
Yeah, like that it could happen, but it's beyond anybody's control. Like, it's just the combination of forces of like Verhoeven's daughter and Nick Zinner and Karen and the Liars dudes and Tunde and, you know, Jaleel, and then Josh and Jules and all of us and stars. Like, I don't know, it's kind of obviously a group of people that at that moment all came to New York or came to that part of New York to begin something. That's what I think is interesting. But honestly, it sucked so badly. It was really not.
It's a great story that wasn't exactly fun to live through.
To be there, yeah. And I spent most of my time trying to get the cat piss smell out of the concrete floor that, like, were like, you know, abandoned pets. It was horrible. Ugh, just thinking about it. Yeah, didn't you meet somebody who knows somebody who's now living in there or something? Wasn't there some weird...
That sounds like something that may have happened.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably great now, too. I mean, you know, the fact is when
they
you're...
probably finally got the cat piss smell out.
Yeah, I hope so. But when you're a musician, there is something like, you know, you look at your life and it's like the choices you've made. You'll do anything to have a space where you can make music. Like, you'll live in an uninhabitable, industrial, like, toxic, radiac wasteland, so because you can play your guitar loud enough to get better, you know? So that I have some nostalgia for. And when I see the windows, I think nice thoughts. We had some good times. I take it all back. It was great. Made me the person I am.
We had a theory a little while ago that we were sick of hanging out with musicians, because all you do is talk about bands and blah, blah, blah. So we had a goal that we wanted to hang out with chefs and comedians all the time, because then you laugh and you eat well.
It's good, such a good plan.
The chef thing worked out great, because there's tons of amazing chefs and they love cooking for rock bands, and they always like take you into the restaurant, take good care of you, make you these like extravagant meals. Sometimes you end up in the wine cellar at 5:30 in the morning, which is
Where was that?
happened.
Chapel Hill?
Yeah.
Anyway, please go on about the comedians.
Well, the comedians was a total flop. Comedians are not funny in person. They're sad. They're
They are
kind of
sad.
depressed and a little quirky and strange. So we gave up on that one. But the chef's things really worked out great.